How's it going, Prop Darkstar? Eco? Serp? Can't connect the frontiers. In what way, Propagable? I'm sorry. I think Mario might be, at least until they make like a Mario Maker 2 or something, we're gonna need to have that be like a once a month feature or bring it back every now and then. Definitely the week we brought it back, we were pretty full on levels for a good 2, almost 3 weeks. That slowed down quite a bit after that. So I think I do this and then this. It's pretty harsh. It's a teensy bit. Hey DPs, how's it going? Alright, mission board. We're trying to do missions that take us between similar systems that are fairly close to each other with the intent of upgrading our Federation faction so that we can visit Sol, which is my soft Elite Dangerous wrap-up target. Visit the Sol system. Donate coffee. There's got a lot of other stuff in LHS. I think that's all the faction that we want to, right? Yeah. Okay. So this is LHS 535. I think I saw another one in here that went to the same place. Also Federation. Also going to the same system. Fantastic. Note that we now have a nice little blue reticle in the center of the screen, which is a huge boon. I had to specifically find a menu option to turn. It's called mouse widget. It makes orienting myself relative to stuff way easier than what we were dealing with before. Oh, that sounds fun, DPs. I love statistics. I feel like we should have a bigger focus on teaching just a basic intro to statistics in high school, for example. Galaxy map. Got it. Wait, we need to plot it, right? Well, it might be close enough that we can just jump there immediately, but I should develop good habits here and plot it. Yo, what's up?
Can you hear me?
I sure can. Can you hear me?
I am far away from you, so I will head towards you.
Cool.
After I decide which ship I'm going to do. One thing we could do, depending on how much money you get, is some mining. Because I forgot, they also added mining missions now. So,
That could be fun, since I haven't done that at all.
Right.
I'm currently doing another black box mission. There's a couple of them in the LHS 535 again. So I was going to turn those in and then we can do mining after that. Sounds good.
Try not to die.
Mm-hmm. How is Dishonored 2 $100? Is this becoming a thing now? Like, I heard that the Call of Duty 4 remaster is gated behind a special edition of Infinite Warfare, right? So you have to pay lots and lots of money.
Isn't just Australia being Australia?
Could be. New Zealand. Preempting the rage.
Australia.
The better one.
I'm sure the rage is coming. I should apologize preemptively. How do I pop out?
is.
Chat. Okay.
The remind me, the nav beacon is somewhere near the star. Usually, should show up in my contacts list when I'm near it.
Near the center star.
Okay. Oh, this one's compromised. Maybe I don't want to do that.
Don't want to go in there. At least not with that escort.
Okay, let me see if there's a station here that I can pick up some more quests while I'm waiting for y'all to get here. Are there stations? Yes, there's one. Perfect. Let's do it.
Well, is that just a special edition? Because, I mean, I'm okay with special editions being $100. That doesn't seem that embarrassing.
I think it's because you need that edition in order to play Call of Duty 4 Remastered. They're not selling it as a standalone. Because they know that no one wants to play Call of Duty, or no one wants to play Infinite Warfare. Yeah. Gross, propagable. Yeah, that sounds really rough, D-Piece. Most of my statistics intuition comes from Andrea being really focused on statistics and what she does at her job. It's always people claiming a signal that's not actually there. Y'all haven't watched her Astronomy on Tap video. It's like a talk about astronomy and astrophysics to drunk people at a bar. It's very layperson accessible. She did one on statistics. It's quite good. Probably drop the link in Discord later. Interdiction detected. Huh? There's some things I ain't trying here. Oh my. Alright. Where is the asshole?
Under attack.
Yeah. Really like that there's that hit marker sound.
That doesn't sound accurate for you.
This guy's name is Nick Clayson? Is that... I guess it's still an NPC. I don't see it. It's empty.
Yeah. You can also look and notice how it's not Commander Nick Clayton.
Ah,
It's a real
okay.
guy, the Commander. Okay. I am 6 jumps back, which is about 6 minutes.
Cool. See you soon. Guy's fortunately really chill and isn't actually shooting me very much at all. I'm not able to get through his shields.
What is it? It's an eagle? Yeah, you might be able to shoot him. Eagles are the smallest combat vessel.
Mm-hmm.
And you can always just watch your shields, and considering he doesn't seem to have very many weapons, you should be good to run away before he can kill you.
That sounds like an
He's
even
also
better plan.
harmless, so he shouldn't be that difficult. He is a lot more maneuverable and a lot faster than you.
Okay, yeah, I was having trouble even landing my lasers on him to get his shields depleted.
You have a good setup there because you've got 4 pips to shield, which cuts the damage you receive in half, and
Cannot comply.
the rest to weapons.
Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, I've actually heard really good things about Infinite Warfare, much better than Battlefield 1, for example.
I heard that it. Well, people hated it right when it was announced, but
Right, it seems like there have been opposite trajectories. Everybody was excited about Battlefield 1, and then a lot of people kind of disappointed when it was just standard Battlefield with different looking guns, but still automatic.
mm-hmm.
And I've heard some of the opposite with Infinite Warfare, where people expected it to be terrible, and they're like, actually kind of cool. I see you managed to escape him.
Yep.
So you heading back to look for more missions?
Yeah, I'm just gonna check Alexandria Hub because it's right here. See if there's any missions there.
I'm going to maybe look up and see how much a Cobra would cost you. Maybe a Cobra with a mining loadout.
Call of Duty in general should maybe return to their roots rather than
Call of Duty.
trying to keep going into the future.
I mean, it depends where you set it in World War One. A lot of people think about the trench warfare, but there were a bunch of other venues that might have much more interesting gameplay rather than run over the top, die, run over the top, die, run over the top, die.
Overshooting. Maybe that's what's happening. Sometimes I get really surprised when I overshoot, and maybe it's because I'm like moving through the gravity well, and then escaping the gravity well, and suddenly having a much higher top speed.
That could be it. So, what I generally do is and this is deliberate overshooting. I head straight for the object. When I get to 5 seconds, I cut my throttle from full all the way to 0. And then I turn around, and when I'm pointing towards it again, I go to about half throttle, and then go in. I do a little bit more than that, but
sure.
That's an easy way to overshoot, and it's usually a bit faster than just trying to glide in slowly.
Right.
Yeah, a good Civil War game. I mean, you could do a good Civil War game. I think it would be hard because, like, if you just think about your basic gameplay for a lot of the troops is, it takes you 20 to 60 seconds to reload and get one shot. You have to follow a commander who may order you into the middle of a field, standing up. Me do twirls, so shooting slowly.
Realistic usually does not equal fun in most systems, I think. Like, sometimes realism is something that's worth trying to achieve, but at the end of the day, a lot of it turns into the hold on a sec. A lot of it turns into the like tracking food and water in a tabletop RPG problem, like stuff that just kind of feels fundamentally unfun most of the time. It's accurate, it's realistic. You can make a campaign that's all about that, but if it's not all about that, it just feels like a pain in the ass.
Yeah. What would be nuts, and I can't see anybody doing this, but it would be so fascinating. Imagine a first-person Civil War game, but it's more like a first-person general. Like, you're not actually shooting and you're not on the front line. You're a general on a horse, and your information is as limited as those generals were. Like, you have people coming and telling you about stuff that's going on, and you have a paper map of, like, dubious provenance, and you're like, I think this is this. And these guys say they're taking casualties, and we haven't heard from this unit for some, like, minutes, so, like, what's going on? But that would generally appeal to, I think, a very limited audience of, like, hardcore war gamers who might really love it. Where are you?
I'm going into Alexandria Hub, yeah.
Okay.
Just checking for missions.
I'm in the same system.
And then last time you were there to help me when I went to the compromised nav beacon and it wasn't good enough, but maybe if I go in knowing that it's super dangerous, try to scan it and then jump out immediately, I might be okay. Shields? Okay. Hey Kevin, how's it going? The Borg cube's not an accurate comparison. It's from the original game for... Well, was it like on Amiga or Commodore 64 or something? The original Elite?
The Amiga 2600 and the BBC,
Wow.
which is apparently a computer like only sold in Britain. But yeah, it does look a bit like the Borg cube, although it's not a cube. But it isn't hard to think back to that, I think. Oh, wait, when did the Borg cube come around?
Early 90s? Maybe this was prior to that.
It would have been before that. Yeah, this is 84.
This one has mining rush for 15 units of bromelite, so that might be a good one to try out mining.
Yes. How much does it pay?
Take a look at it again, one sec. It pays 261,000 credits. That is more than half of what I currently have.
We can try that. As long as the station is outfitting. And if not, we can go get you outfitted.
Let me go make sure. It does have outfitting, yeah.
Let me also double check on my website. Okay, so the Fuller has few enough slots that I'm kind of worried about having enough to go mining, because you need like a refinery and a drone controller and a cargo scoop.
Mm-hmm.
So you should be good, yeah.
Should I check the shipyard before doing that, though, just in case?
Why don't you take the mission, and you can drop it if you need to, but you don't want it to go away while you're checking the shipyard.
I can just barely afford a Cobra, but that sounds like a bad idea, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you should stick with the hauler for this mission,
Okay.
and then afterwards, you should maybe have enough to upgrade to a Cobra.
Okay. So what optional internal do I need? I guess I can dump the Discovery scanner.
So dump the Discovery scanner and replace it with a 1D Prospector limpet controller.
It's under refinery?
Probably, actually. Could you afford a 1A?
Oh, prospecting
yeah, you can afford
limpet.
a 1A, actually. 1A Prospector limpet controller. And it'll be
Okay.
under Prospector limpet controller.
Gotcha. Okay, and then I probably need to dump something else as well?
Yeah, you also need, so you've got a 3E cargo rack, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
And a, let's see, you need 15 for this mission?
Yes. I guess I'd have to drop my shields.
So yeah, you'll keep the 2 cargo racks, and then you'll place your shields with a refinery. And the biggest one you can afford.
Okay.
While still keeping rebuy.
And I'm going to sell my shields for now, right?
Yep. Oh gosh, why?
So best refinery I can afford. Really the best one I can afford?
I mean, can you get a 2C?
Yeah, I can get a 2C. That's like a third of my income from my current assets.
I would say 2C. Yeah, 2B is probably too much. A 2B would be nicer. We can see if you can afford it after you get a mining laser.
Okay, I'll back out really quick. So mining laser is hard points.
Yeah, you'll only have one option at this size, I think. It's the mining laser, not the mine launcher.
That makes sense. So 1D mining laser. Okay.
Yep. And then one thing I might also get is in your utility mounts, chaff, a chaff launcher, and maybe a point defense.
I guess I can get those anyway since I'm not using those slots yet, right?
Right. So those aren't for mining. Those are just because you don't have shields, and I'm really nervous about you.
Yeah. Chaff launchers, and what's the other one?
I guess a point defense. You could actually get 2 chaff launchers. A shield booster doesn't really help because you don't have shields to boost. But yeah, choose either a point defense, which shoots down missiles, or a chaff launcher, because if you have two chaff launchers, you can alternate them every 10 seconds, and you could actually have chaff going 100% of the time.
Gotcha, and that keeps them from locking on. Okay. How much does that actually impact the accuracy of AI?
A lot.
Okay.
Because if they're using gimbal weapons, they pretty much can't hurt you. And only the good AI uses fixed weapons. So for low-end AI, chaff will help a heck of a lot.
Mm. Okay, so I have got plenty of money to get the 2C refinery. Now, the mission itself only gives me 200,000, and I'm guessing when you sell back, you sell it for like half of what you bought it for. Is that accurate?
Modules, you sell 100% back. So loading up modules and dumping modules is easy.
Okay.
You lose 10% of their value when you sell them back. So you make sure to sell the modules off the ship, because if you don't, then they get that 10% hit too.
Okay, I see. Makes sense.
But in general, I think you should be fine. I am going to...
Okay, so I have refinery, limpet controller, and mining laser, and 2 chaff launchers.
Now, one thing, I told you to get a prospector limpet controller, and I was wrong. You want the collector limpet controller, and I can explain that while we're on our way. Or they might not have collector limpet controllers.
I just see prospector. What's the difference?
So prospector latches onto an asteroid and tells you what's inside. That's cool. Collector scoops up stuff so you don't have to scoop it.
Oh, I see.
So let me quickly look up the closest place with collector stuff.
Is it worth not having to scoop it manually? I mean, we know that I'm not great at scooping, but it's time to practice.
Yeah. So you're going to be, for everything you pick up, you need like 8 chunks.
Oh, fuck that.
It's going to be a lot.
Fuck that.
Automatically does it really easily.
Okay, yeah. Collector controller, woo!
Do you have it, or are you just saying woo?
I'm just saying woo in general about going out of our way to get it. We do not offer it here.
535 Science Station. Okay, there is one in LFT 1748. It is at Ottoman Dock,
I'm on it.
and that would be pretty close. And let me see what I can do. I can shoot stuff for you. I could refine stuff for you. Dump it.
Landing gear retracted.
Cool. Alright. How do I use my chaff, do you know?
So let me check out. There
Look at that tray.
might be a dedicated button.
I'm looking at the list here, I just don't see it on here anyway.
Okay.
Is it weapon 2?
Frame shift.
You can set it up as weapon 2. Do you know how to switch fire groups?
So, hold on.
Okay, so let me know when you're out of the...
I'm in the fire groups menu here. Hold on, let me get out of this jump.
So, for your fire group 1, you'll want to have your... I'll wait till it jumps over. But in one fire group, you'll want to have your mining laser and your limpet controller. In the other one, you'll want to have your defensive countermeasures.
Alright, so how... Let me this way. I'm able to get my primary to come up. I'm trying to figure out how to get my secondary to come up. Hard
So you
points.
see how you click 2. So for group 1, you want your prospector controller. Oh, well, you'll be changing that anyways. But you want that to be your alternate fire on group 1.
Alright, hold on, let me go back. Oh, that's what the yellow 2 is when I select it again?
Yes.
Okay.
That's your secondary weapon when you're in that fire group.
Okay, get it.
And let's see. Chat. Sadly, I don't see a dedicated chat button on the Xbox controller.
I'm trying to figure out how I bring up this second... Oh shit, it must be really close to the star.
The second one.
The second fire group on... Yeah, weapon group, there we go.
X and left button is previous fire group. X and right button is next.
Okay. There we go, now I have 2 chat... Oh, I see. Okay. I thought it would be something that would run at the same time as my laser, so I can't be firing chaff while firing the laser.
You actually can be. The problem is that you don't have enough fire groups to have everything all on one, and you want your mining laser and your collector limpet to be separate. Now you can have your mining laser be one on both fire groups, and then have your secondary weapon switch back between your collector and your chaff. That might not be a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yes, I think it does.
Warning, Commander Marstead has deployed hard points. I'm scared now.
Now I have it looks like I have the chaff active, but does it only can you actually only pull it out when you're in combat or aggroed or something? Just trying to see if I can fire it. Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing outside of combat.
Sure.
You're sorry, outside of you have to be in normal space. You can't eject chaff while you're traveling in super cruise. I can't even imagine what that would do. Like your ship just explodes in shards.
Right. Bad time in general, right?
Yeah. So in super cruise, generally the only weapon groups you can use are discovery scanners or interdictors. I think you might also be able to scan somebody else's cargo, which is kind of weird if you think about that, but we'll ignore that for now. Can a hub be destroyed? No, but yes. So the stations cannot be destroyed. However, there are strange things called, I think they're unknown artifacts. And if you bring enough unknown artifacts to a station, it will trigger an alert because they eat away at the station and it will shut down until people bring enough meta alloys to fix it. So people who don't like certain stations have done that, and it's called UA bombing because it just all the missions are gone, the repairs are gone, the fueling is gone. Like they don't do anything.
Is that something like flavorful for like the? You said that there's not aliens in this game, kind of. There's like hints at them.
Yeah, so there's been a lot of news recently because people have discovered alien wrecks for the first time in 30 years in the game, and they've also discovered crashed settlements and stuff, and there have been alien probes and messages that people have been decoding in an ARG for the past several months.
That's cool.
Yeah. So clearly aliens are coming. They are not here yet, but like the unknown alloys or unknown artifacts who are related to them. So, like, you go search out in the Pleiades Nebula, which is on the outskirts of civilization, and you can find them there.
Landing complete. Ship secured. Welcome to our station, Commander.
So I want to replace my limpet controller
With a collector controller.
collector. Gotcha. Can do.
And then the other thing you want to do while you're here is you want to pick up limpets to put in the controller. So,
What is a limpet? That word doesn't mean anything to me.
I'm going to find a definition because it would be better than me.
That
But it's
works.
basically a small drone. A limpet, is a marine mollusk with a shallow conical shell and a broad muscular foot, noted for the way it clings tightly to rocks. So a limpet mine was a mine that they used to put on tanks in like World War II that was magnetic. So you'd have like an infantry guy go up, run, slap it on, and then run away, and it would be attached to the outer shell of the tank.
Okay.
So like these limpets refer to little things that latch onto things. So like the prospector one will latch onto an asteroid and analyze it for you. And the collector limpets will latch onto cargo and then throw it into your bay.
That's cool. That's really cool. So where do I go to buy the actual limpets?
That would be in advanced maintenance.
Okay.
You go to restock and you will buy, you don't want to fill your entire inventory with them, but most of your inventory.
Because each time I use one, I'll be replacing it with stuff, right? So like
Correct.
maybe
So I'd get like 12 of them.
12? Okay.
Because you can always discard them if you run out of space.
And they're super cheap, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
May as well check the mission board while I'm here. How's it going, Phoenix? Moon data delivery also to 5:35. That one isn't worth shit though.
Is it taking you back to where you're going to turn in this mission?
It's taking me back to 5:35 where I have two. Wait, hold on. Let me look at the finding mission I have. You might be right.
Yeah, it takes you back to Alexandria House.
Okay, then I may as well grab that. I'm going there anyway. Actually. Perfect. Cool. Living the dream. Okay, so I think I'm good to go then. Before I leave the station, since it sucks to go back to stations, just to confirm what I have here, I have a 1D mining laser, none of that shit matters, 2 chaff launchers, 2 cargo racks, 2C refinery, a 1A collector limpet controller, and that's all. So that should be everything I need, I think.
That is everything you need. You need a refinery and a cargo rack and a mining laser is technically all you need.
Gotcha.
But the collector thing is almost mandatory because it's so much faster.
Right. Yeah, I mean, we spent, I think I had to catch,
1A?
yeah, I was able to get 1A, that's correct.
Okay, very nice. Those will last much longer.
Ship detach complete.
We wrapped up those black box missions last week that I ended the stream on. Poor Brisky and I did that evening, and it took me about an hour and a half. A lot of that was like dropping into the right spot, but once I got in there, actually scooping the thing was not trivial for me. I just have to practice it more.
Yeah. Well, and you can either practice it more or you can be lazy. So I've actually outfitted some of my combat ships with collector limpets. Oops, what does that mean? Is that you?
Yes, that was you. We had a 52% hull. Should I go back and repair?
Yes, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I thought that was an NPC. I got a 300 credit fine for reckless flying. If that makes you feel any better.
Does that give me a fine too, you think?
No, just me. So I was traveling over the one, you get fined.
Oh, wow.
As long as you're near a station.
Sure. Yeah, wow, not having shield sucks.
It does. It does. I was really wondering whether or not it was worth it, but you just can't carry enough without it.
Right.
I think after doing this one mission, you'll be able to afford a Cobra. I'm actually going to go price that out now.
Yeah, I can afford a Cobra right now, but I will be broke afterward and not have enough for my insurance, so...
And not only that, we won't be able to put, like, cargo racks on it.
Oh, sure, I'll lose all of that. Do you know... How can I phrase this question? Is a Cobra like an upgrade to the hauler? Is it still meant for hauling? Okay.
It is. The Cobra is a multi-purpose ship. So like the Sidewinder can kind of do combat or exploration or trading. The Cobra is another multi-purpose one. So it's great at hauling. It's pretty good at combat too. And you can also fit it out for exploring or mining. The thing is, I think your current hauler has 2 size 3 slots, a size 2, and a size 1, for 4 slots total. The Cobra has 3 size 4 slots and 3 size 2 slots.
Oh, nice.
So it's got 6 compartments, and size 4 racks are all bigger. So like if you fit it out for a trader, it can carry 60 tons of cargo.
That's significant. Okay, gotcha.
So it's a fairly large upgrade for you.
So this mission should probably cover it then. Rad. Man, that costs 500 credits, which doesn't sound like a lot, but in the context of my early missions,
That was a lot.
it's a nasty love tap.
I will stay away now. There you are.
Alright, so how do I know where to go look for a specific kind of elements?
Oh, right. So first we want rings. You pretty much always mine in rings. You can also do asteroid fields, but they're smaller and not as habited.
Mm-hmm.
I suspect that the station that you are near, when they give mining missions, it's frequently for something that can be found in the same system.
Sure. There are tons of planets with rings in this system. Is it better to do it here or to go back to the Alexandria hub?
So let me see if they've got any data on those rings. But what we probably want to find is if they have ring type pristine.
Okay.
And so you can hover over the planets, and if you have, instead of the little circles on the upper left, if you have the lines of text, it'll give you details about them. So
Okay.
one of the rings,
Rocky, metal rich, rocky.
so metal rich would be a good place to start. So we can go to the one that's metal rich.
Just checking all of them since there's so many of them here. Okay, so metal rich is 1748 A7.
That sounds right.
Landing gear retracted.
Landing gear. Womp womp.
Drive charging.
Student driver sound effect should work now too.
4, 3.
You probably should have triggered student driver for you smashing into me.
Smashing into what?
Smashing into me on the way out.
Yeah, that's me being the student driver.
Student driver.
Next time, Gadget. But it's finally been added, right?
Which had the student driver.
Yeah. Can you send Leon a voice or wing invite?
Yeah. Give me.
How you doing, Ethan? I can turn that on and off. Seems like a weird use for that button. Oh man, soreness. Are you feeling any better today? Prop is ludicrous. And not like move bitch get out the way ludicrous, like absurd. Oh. Hey dude, how's it going?
I just got back from seeing Arrival.
Is it good? I heard it's rad.
It is quite good.
Cool. Yeah, I've been hurting for my like cerebral sci-fi instead of like action focused sci-fi. I really like Ex Machina.
It is that. It is absolutely that.
Perfect.
It is a big thinky piece.
Those are the best kind.
Let's see what currently equips to this ship.
Alright, so I'm at the rings now. What do I do next?
You want to crash into the rings.
Okay.
So you can either go to places where they have mining, like a resource extraction zone. Those will also have pirates. So going into just a random part of the rings is usually better.
And it's really okay for me to just drive through it?
Yeah, I mean, you'll take a little bit of hull damage, but like 2%.
Okay.
The other thing is you'll want to make sure your wing beacon is on so that we can come defend you. Because
Okay.
sometimes pirates come.
I just turned it on. Let me know when you're ready. Do I need to drop out to get to it?
You can literally just crash into them, and that should work fine.
Okay.
I'm still a few thousand light seconds away, so you'll probably want to wait till
Okay, I'll
I'm
wait.
closer.
Pretty rings. Yeah. X is on the classic rock station. It's a pretty good hallmark. It's Sailor Dan. I now associate No Doubt with Commander Keen. Because Andrea always would play through the first Commander Keen and listen to that album, and the game was about as long as the album.
Alright. Well, I will be with you guys in about 9 jumps.
Cool. See you soon.
I'm probably close enough that you can drop out, as long as you have your wing beacon on.
I
I'm not
do.
gonna lock on you, which I do.
Yeah, so I would highly recommend going to go see Arrival and also not letting me tell you anything about it.
Okay, I understand. There's several movies and shows like that. I can't tell you anything about Cabin in the Woods, Tucker and Dale vs. Evil, Edge of Tomorrow. Yeah, sounds good. Sailor Dan, shoot me a friend request. We can send you to invite you to the wing. Alright, so I dropped out, and now maybe I shouldn't drop out until after I've crashed into, or I have to crash into them from Super Cruise for it to trigger. They look like they're for fucking ever away from me right now.
You probably will be forever away from it unless you literally crash into it.
Okay, let me try that.
Drive charging. 4, 3, 2,
Space.
1.
The final frontier. Yeah, and I frequency of resource extractions like high in this, which would be very bad because that means it's high activity. And so if we go in there, there will be a lot of pirates, and there will be police to fight them off, but you might die in the process.
Okay, so should we leave this particular ring?
No,
Yeah.
this is fine. We just don't want to go to that part of the ring.
Okay, okay. That's really cool. So now I'm finally seeing a field like this from the tutorial.
Yep. Now why?
Yeah, going to one of those high resource extraction places with the police is how I made basically all of my money.
Gotcha. Yeah, this mining mission is giving me like 2/3 of my cash right now.
I can't find you.
I was making north of $1 million per run in bounty hunting.
That's cool.
Yep. Oh, I went to A10, not A6.
Womp womp.
Okay.
Say
So,
7 is the one
what
I'm
you
at.
want to do is watch out for pirates, and if
Okay.
there are pirates, run away.
Okay.
If there are not pirates, so there are some ships that dropped in on you, so you might want to see how unfriendly they are.
How do I know that ships dropped in? I didn't catch that.
On your radar, you can see them.
Okay, I see. And how would I know if they're unfriendly?
They'll start trying to scheme you.
Okay.
They might actually leave you alone because you don't have anything in your hold right now. But you want to get your mining lasers out and start shooting the rocks.
Okay. Now, how do I know whether these rocks have the particular element that I'm looking for? Will it show up once I've knocked stuff off of them?
Yeah, so once you knock a piece off, you should be able to target that piece, I think, and it will show you what is in that piece. And then you can decide whether to keep shooting that rock or to go find a new rock.
Okay, gotcha. We have to be fairly close to the rock to be able to knock anything off of it. Okay, I just got scan detected, so that means I should run.
I would start running,
Okay.
and hopefully they will just go away because you're poor.
Federal security. Federal security, so that's
Federal
probably
security
fine.
is cool. Yeah, you're okay then.
But if I had like illegal cargo or something, they might get mad at me, I'm guessing.
Yep. And so yeah, you should be able to see your laser hitting the rock.
Okay.
If it just seems to be disappearing into nothingness, that means you're not close enough.
Okay, gotcha. Now, another thing, it looks like so the laser counts as a weapon when I'm determining where to put my pips, right?
Correct. So if you're running out of laser power, put more pips into weapon. You don't need any in shields right now because you have no shields.
Gotcha. Yeah, Cube's a good movie. I see what you mean about being able to clearly tell that it's actually hitting. Gotcha.
Yeah. And the key thing is the asteroid is spinning, so make sure it doesn't
Not to-
spin and hit you.
Gotcha. So I see water methanol, which is not what I want. I see hydrogen peroxide methanol. Yes, I'm an open play.
Yep. So then go to a new rock. And generally what I would do is I would always head towards the planet. That way you're always going in one direction. And so you
Okay.
won't be redoing the same rocks.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Yeah, I like this. This is cool. It's kind of chill too, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh.
it can be very peaceful. You just kind of mine. And the asteroid doesn't last that long. You can probably mine each one for maybe a minute.
If I were playing it in solo play, would blind free play be a lie?
No, I think he was maybe commenting on the fact that you didn't know how to mine an asteroid.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not sure. Yeah. You just grind away at the surface, breaking them apart. If you think about the amount of energy that would take, would be fairly unrealistic for a tiny ship to have.
So as soon as I knock off a single fragment, I can be fairly certain that if it's not the element I'm looking for, I can move on to a different one?
Correct.
Okay.
And this is where having the Cobra would be nice.
Uh-huh.
Because, wow, why did I drop out? You're still way far away. I think that's so stupid. Because you could have both prospector and collector. So rather than having to shoot off a piece, you would just shoot a drone at it, and the drone would tell you what the asteroid was made out of.
Hmm. I see. Gotcha. Be quite a bit faster, I guess. Now, is it guaranteed that I will eventually find the element I'm looking for here? Because, like, the element names seem super specific, but maybe there's way fewer of them than I'm thinking that there are.
And I'm going to make sure that this is the right planet.
I'm at A7.
A7. So this one has metal-rich rings and icy rings. Now, because you noticed the water, we can tell we are in the icy rings. So what we want to do
Okay.
is go out again and go into the inner darker rings.
I didn't realize I could have both. Okay, good to know.
That's okay.
Lesson learned. That explains why we're
You
getting
also are in the
gases.
shadow of the planet. I would recommend trying to land on the rings not in the shadow of the planet,
Mhm.
so that you can see, you can not crash into things better.
Yeah, I had to make the choice to get the collector limpets since I have to get like 15 things destructo. But I guess when we upgrade our ship after finishing this mission, I'll be able to have both of them for the next mining mission, right?
Yep.
So what planet are you guys at?
Cannot comply.
LFT 1748A7.
It might be A7B, is it?
Just A7B ring, yes.
Okay, B ring. So we want to get to the A ring.
Mm-hmm.
Cannot comply.
Alright. Get this guy back.
That.
Frameshift drive charging.
No worries, Namaku. Polabruski and I made stuffing this morning. We get it.
2, 1. Engage.
Turned out pretty good. You guys will like it tomorrow. Alright, so inner ring is where it looks darker and we want to go to the bright side of the planet, you said?
Yes. So it doesn't have to be the bright side of the planet, but just not in the big shadow.
Okay, and what's the reasoning for that again?
So that you don't crash into asteroids in the dark and die.
Okay, yeah, that sounds like that would be a bummer.
It generally is.
Some horizontal here so I can look down at the rings. There we go. Okay, so those are actually different rings. Got it. That makes sense.
So the outer rings are white and light and icy, and the inner rings are dark, and are actually going to hopefully look different. I'm pretty sure they will.
And they do look different, and that's why I took hull damage here, but not in the icy. I'm more about the stuffing.
That's interesting.
Stuffing that's extremely bad for you. Y'all don't have Thanksgiving, Propagable. Communists, not America.
Yep. Oh, good. I managed to avoid hitting you.
Yay! Anti-student driver.
Okay, here's the security server. You don't have to worry too much about him.
When you were playing Dark Souls last night, it reminded me to add the "You Win Again" gravity sound effect that Andrew requested. It's not available. You can pop it in chat to hear it. That could come up in this game.
Whoops. You win
It
again,
could,
gravity.
especially when you're landing. It could come up a lot.
Skipping out on the turkey, Yukipo. Now, did I just drop out really far from the actual asteroid? I feel like I'm having to drive really far to get to them.
Yep. And that's just because you dropped out somewhere
I dropped down and put me 3 megameters away from you. I'm like, that's not that helpful.
That's more
Yeah.
than a little far. Okay, so now that we're near the asteroid field, I'm going to pull out a prospector.
Okay, so you can help prospects.
I can. It may or may not be worth it. Let's see. So what are you looking for?
I'm looking for bromolite.
Okay. Let's keep going.
So I can keep trying to just laser some of them while you prospect. See who finds
You
it
should
first.
laser them, and then when you find one that's good, I will prospect it because of prospector magic. I think it increases the output of that asteroid by 50%.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm going to double check that.
That's- That is lepidolite and samarium. No, move on to a different one.
Yeah, it'll double your output from one that contains what you need. So if
Oh,
I only have 8, I will save them for that.
Dude, Yukupo, like the turkey on Thanksgiving thing is so like ingrained into my body that like the vegan thing didn't even cross my mind.
You could get vegan turkey.
It's like, do you guys like do tofurkey or something? Like, what's the standard if you were to do Thanksgiving? What would be the vegan Thanksgiving dish?
So I don't think you're...
Samarium.
What are you looking for? Bromolite?
Yes, that's the one. Tofurkey roast, cool. I've had tofurkey before. It's pretty good. We went to one of Andrea's like undergrad friends. His family happened to live in California where we were when she was working at Slack, and they had an interesting family. Oh shit! What just happened? What's noob? Only found in icy rings. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I would have thought it was a metal from the name.
Me too.
Pop back out.
I'm trying to double check this, but it seems to be correct.
Scan detected.
The president doesn't have the authority to pardon turkeys.
Right. You have no outstanding warrants, Marstead.
Thank you. I got a little nervous when I heard ship scan detected.
Kind of
It was
disappointing.
me. Being a dick.
No, just being safe.
So remind me, Yukupo, do you do butter at all? I think you could probably have the stuffing that Andrea, her uncle, makes, that we make every year. But the like butter component's pretty critical to the experience. Not dairy butter? We could probably do without dairy butter.
2, 1, engage.
It's 4 sticks of like schmutter, whatever the non-dairy butter is, margarine is.
It might get expensive more than anything else.
Right. It is not a healthy meal by any means. Celery, onions, bread. Interdiction detected. Just as I popped out. I really like the minigame for escaping interdiction. It feels cool. It's hard.
It's funny. Many people hate it.
Oh, I think it's great. It feels satisfying if you pull it off, right? I got interdicted.
Right.
4 sticks, yep. You melt 4 sticks of butter with celery and an onion. You tear up 2 loaves of bread. Mix all that together. That's pretty much it. Okay, I am getting killed slowly but surely. Try to jump away if I can.
Oh yeah. You want to run if you can.
I'm working on it. 33%. 32%.
Wingman Navlock is giving me shit, basically. Oh, there it is.
Wait, that guy was clean? Am I wanted? What the heck is going on? I should have enough aggro on him, but hopefully he stops killing him.
13%. I'm still taking shots at the moment. Thruster's malfunctioned. 11%. 7%. 5%.
I'm literally ramming him to try and throw up his aim.
Thank you. 3%. I'm working on it. My dashboard is on fire.
We are not making a dent in his shield.
Yeah, this is a ship that's famous for having very strong. Oh, I died. Yeah, what was that?
I'm betting that I'm all done.
I made it out with 1%. Thank you for sacrificing yourself, Brewski, so I might live.
Anytime.
Thank you, Leon, as well.
I'll send
Holy
you
shit.
the bill for 600,000 credits.
Whew. Jiminy Christmas. That was scary. Alright, so I think that my hull is now low enough that if I fly into the icy rings, I will blow up. But is it worth doing that? Like, because I'll have to go back to the nearest station anyway, and this will basically just port me there, right? If I blow up?
That is correct. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can go off to the right and look at your functions.
Uh-huh.
It should tell you just your status should tell you your rebuy cost. So you can look at rebuy costs and determine if that is a free trip to the nearest station.
Yeah, I can handle that.
What is it, like 10 grand?
Yeah, like 10 grams. Like 15.
Oh my god, you're still chasing me.
He's determined.
Yeah, right. Pour one out for the brewski. Artemis? What kind of game is that, Sornus?
Oh, Artemis is a great game.
What kind of game is it?
You play in a room with a projector. Everyone is a member of a bridge crew. And he has disabled my thrusters and my FS. Oh, he must have taken my power plant out. I'm just gonna die.
You guys rock, thank you. Thank you for saving me.
I like how we both died to save Marstead.
Yeah, appreciate that. It's worthy of a bummer sound effect, I think. Yeah, so like, lovers in a dangerous space-time, same kind of concept.
No, not at all. It's,
Okay.
So you might have imagine you're on the deck of the Enterprise.
Okay.
And your view screen is a projector, and everybody's got their own little station. It's a laptop or a tablet. And that's what you're playing, as far as I understand.
I see. So it's a little bit more like Space Alert, I guess.
Brewski, I've got an auto field maintenance unit on board. How do I use that to fix my thrusters before I die?
You need to take that and set it to a fire group. You need to go to the modules screen. So right-hand panel, go to modules, and go to your thrusters. And once you find your thrusters, you can select those and click repair.
Do
Nice. Yeah, Lisa, how was Pokemon? You guys were already done by the time I finished. We had a late sub-block stream yesterday. Oh man, it is stressful flying close to these asteroids when you have 1% hull. I did manage to get in without taking any damage by not crashing into them and coming at it more carefully.
Yeah, I'm just getting a bunch of direct text from this guy being a jackass to me.
Wait, is this another player? It could have been that guy who is like,
Yeah, that
this
was
is,
a player.
okay, this is the Demon Souls thing, right? He's stream sniping me. He's got scanned again. He's probably about to come murder me. Are you doing open play? I was telling you guys about, there's the podcast too. I was playing Demon Souls. I was like, hey, what's your soul level? And then like 2 minutes later, Death Ghost 77 has invaded. Kills me. 2 hours later, another guy comes in. Same guy. Hey, what's your soul level? Hey, dude, you already invaded me. No, that was some other Death Ghost. Yeah, right. You could oh, you guys did Pokemon Snap? Shit, is the VOD up? I'll have to check that out. I love that game. Pokemon Stadium is like you can load up your Pokemon from the handheld games onto a console and battle them with better graphics. Pokemon Snap is a really cool, unique game for the 64 where you were taking pictures of Pokemon. So you would travel around on the Safari, it was on rails, you had a camera, and you had little items you could throw at the Pokemon to make them do stuff, and you tried to get pictures in a good pose with the Pokemon facing you. It was actually super cool.
Now you're telling me it's rude to not communicate with the person and letting him live. I'm like, I'm trying to fix my goddamn ship right now.
Yeah, right, Namaku? It happens. Kind of go into streaming online games knowing, especially if they're open like this one and there's no limit to PvP, that could happen.
Yeah, I don't see him in the system. I don't know if he's in Europe. Actually, there are a few players calling cargo around the system, but I'm pretty sure somebody in a cargo is gonna be much of a threat.
Yeah, I got a ship scan a second ago and thought that was him again, but if I blow up, I blow up. If the stream is me getting stream sniped for the rest of it, that's not the end of the world.
Was it in Dark Souls 1?
Yeah, so
It was...
again, my life support is on, but my oxygen is still depleting.
Your life support is on or your life support is repaired?
My life support still has 71% function.
Is it powered?
It is active.
Does it have a... So try turning off like your fuel scoop and your cargo hatch and seeing if that helps.
Please don't crash into me, asteroid.
Yeah, I've got plenty of power. My power plant's still running.
Is your canopy broken?
Yes.
Well then,
Unfortunately, I can't repair that and my thrusters at the same time. Oh, and I'm out of auto field maintenance unit material anyway.
so you can't ever repair your canopy. You need to head to a station before you run out of oxygen.
That's scary.
Because your
There we go. Thrusters are online. Finally.
Yeah, the guy...
You can't fill the cabin when there's like a 4-foot hole in it.
Yeah, I like this part, Propagable. Now, the Death Ghost guy who invaded me was in Demon Souls, which is actually the first game before Dark Souls 1, Polobruski. It's PS3 only.
That's old school.
Yeah, so it didn't... there wasn't like a way to become human or not, so you couldn't opt out of PvP. You could just get invaded the whole game.
Oh, really? And it was PS3?
Yep.
I thought Demon Souls was older than that.
Godspeed.
You might not have to land. You might just have to get into the station. I can't remember if the oxygen, if there's oxygen in the station or not.
It's an exterior station. It's a small one.
Oh, well, good luck.
Yeah. I need to get out of this goddamn grab well. Yeah, the grab well of the gas giant killed me. I got 20 seconds.
Thank you. Good looking out. Over here, mining the asteroid.
With like no hull left.
Yeah, right. If I bump into one, it's GG. Just a teeny little love tap.
No shields.
Yeah.
Yep. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's a cool way to die. I didn't realize you could die that way.
Your oxygen running out.
I
Yeah.
wasted a lot of time when my thrusters would have been functioning, but they didn't turn back on afterwards.
Like the power out. It does take
Apparently it's not automatic. Once they start repairing, you have to go back and turn them on.
yes. I mean, it's dumb. Right. Didn't you have to turn them off to repair them now? I think turning stuff on and off is manual no matter what.
Yeah. I don't know. I just know that, it was at 40%, and I had to fiddle around with something to get it to function. Like, you can't, give me engine power as soon as you fix them. So I was waiting for it to say engine's not functional or something. Like, it's repairing. Tell me when it's done. Tell me when I can use these things. Nope. I'm not going to do that.
Right, Bobrisky.
Any luck with finding bromolite?
Do another bummer. No, I haven't found any yet. I've hit maybe 8 asteroids so far. No luck. The second bummer.
What's a bummer?
There's the security service. There's things.
So can you get mining lasers that are longer range? I guess that's part of the fun, is you have to get fairly close.
You have to get fairly close. You can get more mining lasers. I don't think you can get ones that are longer range.
Godspeed, Sailor Dan. Are you playing with a gamepad or like a flight stick? Yeah, so far, liquid oxygen, liquid methane, we're pretty sure that these are in the icy rings, is that right? Bromolite.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's what the forum said.
cool.
Unfortunately, I don't have mining lasers, so I can't help.
No worries. Is it really not worth trying to mine like at least 2 things off of an asteroid? Like if one thing pops out of it, it's pretty much tapped out with that?
If one thing pops out of it, all the things that pop out afterwards will be the same type.
Okay.
It will be slightly different percentages, but they will have the same components.
Gotcha. Okay, good to know.
Liquid oxygen and methyl monohydrate.
Sure.
Shit.
Oh, thank you for not slamming at me. I heard that.
I don't know what you could possibly have heard.
Methanol. Oh god, don't fly into the fucking thing. Okay. It was terrifying.
I'm getting some gorgeous screenshots for you.
Hey, there's some. Hi.
Sweet.
I just got a ship scan. Okay.
Did you find one?
I did find one. How do I shoot stuff at it to collect it?
This is going to be weird. prospect it so that you can get more out of it.
Okay. I think I just did
Go
that.
to ship cargo. Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Telling me to lower the cargo scoop.
So you should move up so that they don't hit you while I'm trying to pick it up.
Okay, hold on. So how should I?
You didn't. You shot one that collects. You should go to your inventory and go to ship cargo and discard abandon.
Okay.
So currently you've got a little limpet outside you.
Uh-huh.
And it's going to pick up fragments for you. That's what
Okay.
it does. So if you shoot more fragments, it will pick them up.
So I should scoop up the one that it just brought back to me and then jettison the material that it brings back?
So you don't need to. Normally you wouldn't have to jettison anything. I am out of limpets. So if you jettison a limpet, I can pick it up and then prospect the asteroid for you so that you get more stuff out of it. Now that's not shooting a collector. You need to eject it out of your cargo bay.
Okay,
So go
hold
to
on.
ship cargo on the right. Yeah, go to limpet and go to jettison abandon one.
Okay. Done. Can you add Sailor Dan and then add him to the wing? Brewski, his in-game name is Tier 7.
Yes. 1 second.
Sure.
Where did a collector limpet go? There it is. Okay, so I'm going to pick this up. Now I'm going to go look at the asteroid that you were looking at. So it's this asteroid.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to shoot a prospector at it. And that should increase the amount of stuff you get from it.
Okay.
And then, without anything selected, fire off a cargo or a collector limpet. If you have something selected, it will pick that up and then die. If you have nothing selected, it will pick that up and then keep picking things up for 12 minutes.
Oh, okay. Alright, let me try it again. Limpet drone deployed.
Limpet drone error.
Now it's telling me lower cargo scoop. Should I be doing
Lower
that?
your cargo scoop, yeah.
Okay.
Cargo scoop deployed.
And it blew up. I'm not sure why. Or maybe it didn't. Did you lower your cargo scoop?
I did. Let me try sending out another one here.
Programming limpet drone. Collector limpet expired.
Why are they dying? Do you have anything targeted? No.
Don't think so. I mean, I guess I have the planet targeted, maybe. Can I drop that?
You got fragments processed. So go over to your inventory
Uh-huh.
and look and see your refinery
Uh-huh.
on the right side.
Yeah. Yep, it's fun times. We got attacked by a stream sniper, B-48.
So you can see how you're filling up the bromolite, and when you
Uh-huh.
go to 100%, you will have gotten one bromolite. And you can check your cargo and see if you already have that.
Okay, and I do not yet. I'm sorry, I'm not grasping what's happening with the limpets here. I guess I just don't have the intuition for what's going on outside my ship. So I'm facing an asteroid that has the right thing that I need, right? And before I shoot it with a laser or do anything, I'm deploying a collector, and the collector is just kind of flying around my ship. Is that right?
So, yeah, you're deploying a collector, and it's sitting under your ship waiting for something to pick up. When you shoot off a fragment, it should go pick it up.
Okay. I want to have my cargo scoop deployed for this entire operation.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let me see what happens here. One sec.
Programming limpet drone.
Limpet drone's out. Programming.
And now just shoot the asteroid.
Okay, see what happens. Resources processed.
Yeah, so it's now, you can look on your radar map and maybe see what's happening. things zooming around, that's the collector finding fragments and then shoving them into your cargo bay for you.
Okay. I wonder why it kept blowing up before. Maybe it was because my ship wasn't stopped, so I was crashing into it or something?
That could happen. Usually it can account for some small speed, but I'm not sure what exactly was going on.
I see.
And so you can see the fragment processed in the
Yeah.
upper.
Gotcha.
And occasionally when you get to 100% of something, it'll say like bromelain refined or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I had that pop up once where it said something was refined. Okay. So that's the dream.
Yeah, that should be one thing in your cargo bay.
Gotcha.
And that is mining.
Right on, that's not too bad with the collector.
Yeah, without the collector, like nobody ever did it. With the collector, it's very doable. Especially since you can get like a giant ship with 8 mining lasers and 400 cargo and just blast at
Oh, you're blasting it, that's cool. If you target a fragment, the collector self-destructs, so it stops collecting things. Okay. Wonder what the reasoning is for that.
So, for some of them it was, say you wanted to collect some cargo. If you collect the wrong cargo, you'll be wanted for illegal salvage.
Oh, great.
So that would be the reason for being able to control the collector and say, only pick this one thing up.
Hmm. Gotcha. Now, why did we get so many collectors earlier? Like, it sounds like this, or is this is actually going to take a little while to get all 15 of the things I need, isn't it?
It is going to take a while.
Okay.
Why did we get so many collectors? Oh yeah, because each collector will probably only last about as long as one asteroid. When you move to the next asteroid, there's a decent chance it will blow up. They're very fragile.
Now, why would I switch asteroids?
This asteroid will run out.
Oh, okay. How will I know that? Is it just going to stop jettisoning material while I'm lasering it?
Stop having stuff come off you.
Gotcha.
You also will, I think, get a notification like asteroid depleted.
Okay, gotcha.
But as long as stuff is still coming off, then you can see it on your radar.
Wait, what did I just do? I think I just fucked up. Hold on.
You just ejected all the...
Shit. Is it gone? Can I get it back at all?
It's gone.
Okay, we're learning lessons.
Sailor Dan, what... Are you using a keyboard or a controller?
Controller, it's X and up on the D-pad, Sailor Dan.
It's also 2 on your keyboard.
Okay.
This box is useless. It keeps putting me 30 light seconds away from you.
Yeah, it's really weird. I'm not sure if the rings are making you freak out or what, but it was doing the same thing to me as well. Also, I think that next week I'm going to take you bounty hunting because then you can get some cash for a decent ship so you can have shields while you're mining. It's just, this is very, very small. I'm very scared.
Now, because I was trying to look in my inventory before to see if I'd actually collected any of the material that I'm here for, and I don't see anything. It would be in my ship cargo, right? I don't think I had gotten even one yet.
You had like 60% of one. Yeah.
And then I
Sailor
jettisoned
Dan,
it.
if you want to, well, anybody should be able to invite you. You're not on my friend list yet, so one
I
of the
thought
others
it-
will have to.
Oh, there we go. Invite to wing. Got it. Alright, so I don't think I'm seeing any shit coming off of this asteroid anymore, so I must be done with it, presumably?
Yeah, try shooting in one place for like 10 seconds, and if nothing
Okay.
comes off, then...
So it's super possible that with my current setup I won't be able to finish this mission before we switch to Pokemon. But that's cool. We've gotten to see what mining is like, and we can probably do it more efficiently next time. Because a lot of it would be just learning how the bits work and all that fun stuff.
Getting a slightly bigger ship. if you want to see what a Cobra looks like, Leon has one.
Okay.
It's probably the most famous ship from the original game.
Yeah.
It's what the Cobra engine, which the game runs on, is named after. It's just kind of this very flat, cut off flying wing. Yeah. But it's got a lot of cargo, a lot of jump range. It's got, what does it have? Does it have 4 small weapons? No,
Oh,
it's got
shit.
2 small, 2 medium, right?
Limpet expired.
Holy shit. That was scary.
What happened?
I very nearly touched the asteroid and blew up. Just barely avoided it.
You're not hitting that thing yet.
Just a little bit. Love tap of death. Exactly. Methane's not what we need. I guess I can put my cargo scoop away for now.
Cargo scoop.
Hi, Turner. Yup. Alright, still at 1% hull with no shields. To potential stream snipers hanging out and chat. Hi.
I'm 250 meters off your aft.
Okay, let me look. I have to scroll up and look in chat. It was someone who popped in and was like, "Are you an open play?"
Right above me, I think.
Oh, there's some more.
I'm trying to push you away from him. I'm defending Marstead. I'm not sure if it's working. I feel like I'm not going very fast.
I turned my engines off, so he's been drifting away from me slowly anyway.
Excellent.
Cargo scoop.
You should be safe. I have protected you.
I had a guy pop in here, V48, and be like, "Hey, are you playing an open play?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Good. Well, then your title's not a lie." Like, okay. Oh, just 98 light years. Hey, Pilots Federation promotion to mostly aimless. Yay. Very exciting.
Yeah, in reading about this, I think there's some vitriol held by people who play open play against people who use other things, that they're not real gamers or something.
Sure.
It's a dumb bias.
It is, 100%. Is it Explorer called an ASL Explorer?
It's actually an ass. I misspelled it. It's after the snake. It's an ass explorer. ASL explorer would be very bad. Gosh. This week on how to catch a predator on Elite Dangerous.
What does resource allocation required mean? Oh wait, refinery full, that's new.
Right, so your refinery is full. It's only got so many slots. So you need to go inject something that you don't want.
Okay,
Like liquid
okay.
oxygen or something.
Yeah. Not the one I do want, like I did last time. Now, this particular asteroid says that it had, like the first thing it ejected off of it was hydrogen peroxide with some of the bromolite that I'm looking for. Should I be trying to get one where bromolite is the first one on the list and stick with that asteroid, or does that matter?
That would be better, yeah.
Okay.
It's dependent upon the percentage. So your first one was like 5% bromine. But the larger a percentage it will be, the faster your thing will fill up.
Yeah, it's basically playing on a PvE server, propagable, or a mini instance with your friends. It was exciting to finally be the target of PvP, even though I'm the one who didn't die, with no shields and no weapons.
I will see you tomorrow. If the dragon stirs.
Alright, see you later, man.
Like you know what you're doing.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Catch you next time.
30 minutes.
Can do. Later. Can I accidentally laser my limpets to chat? Oh shit, that dropped the whole wing. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Put some pimping in it. It's B down. So you have a cooldown when leading a wing to re-invite. Hold on. Makes sense.
I guess he was our wing leader and it disbanded when he left?
Yeah, and then there's like a cooldown before you can recreate, I think.
Really?
Whitelisted servers, right, that makes sense. No, B makes you boost, but you have to hold B and then press down, Sailor Dan. It's the worst. I don't know why they made that decision. Hold on.
Do you switch your Pokemon in 30 minutes?
Yes, about 30 minutes, Pokemon. So I'm not going to be able to finish this mining mission, but I'll keep doing it because it's fun. See how far we can get. Learn it a little bit better. There, now I can see you. That's cool looking. Oh yeah, I think that's like on the basic load screen.
Yeah, it's not as nimble as the Eagle that I was flying before, but it's a lot more versatile. It's got a lot of cargo space.
That's cool. Yeah, it sounds like that'll be a really nice upgrade from the hauler. I could technically afford it right now, but I wouldn't have enough for insurance, which seems like a bad idea.
Yeah. I've got, I've got about 7 million, and so I could afford to upgrade to another ship, but I don't know what I would get.
Limpet drone error. Deploy cargo hatch.
I have about 340,000 or something, just barely enough, I think.
Yeah, that's just about the cost of this ship. And it'll come with like 1 or 2 small guns and like nothing in any of the equipment bays. My friend's suggestion was that you usually want about twice as much as the ship costs, so you can afford to outfit it when you get it.
I think the hauler with Polar Brisky and potentially Leon as guards is the way to go.
Yeah. Well, this will be the last day I can do it because I start my new job on Monday.
Ah, very good. Thanks for giving your life for the cause. Made that guy leave, so that works.
Oh, was he in chat?
Yep.
Huh. And I just kept talking shit about him.
This was happening to my friend Galactic Kodiak. He was playing an MMO that had open world PvP, and he got to the point where he couldn't play the game anymore because people were just constantly rushing his character and killing him over and over and over.
Black Desert?
Yep, Black Desert. Does not sound like a fun time.
No, in general. Oh shit, I almost hit you by accidentally hitting the boost button. I'm so sorry.
No worries. Thank you for not doing that. Did I get some? I got 1 Bromolite out of 15. Hooray! It can be done.
So inefficient.
Yeah. I'm guessing even with the limpet drones, this might not be the way to go. But hey, now I've seen it, so I can probably move on from it. In fact, just so that I don't spend the rest of this, because I'm not going to be able to finish this mission tonight even, I think, I'm actually going to go ahead and do some of my data delivery quests. So that's going to take us to, let's see, Alexandria Hub.
Alright, well, I have, like, bingo fuel, so I'm gonna have to go and find a local place in order to get restocked.
Okay. Alexandria Hub is a really short jump from here. You probably won't even be able to make 1 jump.
Oh, yeah, I've got 1 or 2 in me.
Yeah, it's super close. I'll give you the details here one sec.
It?
LHS 535.
Cannot comply.
Yep, right next door.
That's a good way to describe it, Spiky. If the game is like built from the ground up to be competitive, then the PvP is fun, so something like Overwatch. But like if it feels like it's a tacked on afterthought, it's just, I don't know, more stress. I generally have more fun with PvE. PvE feels like you're having the dialogue between the developer and the player, right?
Cargo scoop.
The I see what you did there effect. I guess you kind of get that at the really high levels of PvP, but you have to practice for a long time.
Yeah, in general, I just don't play PvP. It's not my bag.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the game that I have played thus far in this thing has been in either solo or private group mode.
Can you accept our wing invite, Sailor Dan? Hey, there we go.
Shit. Is there a push to talk, or can you guys hear me right now?
I can hear you, but getting a little bit of an echo.
Great. Let me make a push to talk.
Namaku is the Path of Exile, like, or PvP, is it opt-in? Or can people just drop into your game and come attack you? Sorry, I'm gonna mute you just for a sec. Let me know when you get the push to talk turned on. Opt in. Yeah, Diablo with the sphere grid, that's how I've heard it described as well.
Yeah, Path of Exile is fun. I can't really play that sort of game anymore, or like Diablo 3. I just get repetitive stress injury in my right hand. It just hurts.
Before we go, are you in the LHS 535 now, Leon?
Yes, I am 12 seconds from Alexandria Hub.
Okay. I am eventually going to have to go to the nav beacon at the star, which is compromised, so it's very likely that I'll get interdicted there. So I'm going to go to Alexandria Hub and repair as well, and get some shields. But I might need your help not dying there. You might want to change your course plotting, Sailor Dan, from fastest to economical. I had to do that early on. That should at least help you plot a course. If it defaults to fastest, then it won't be able to do it. Somewhere in the left panel. You can see if you're seeing any credits that could update your frameshift drive. If you just updated one step, that might be enough for you to make the jump. This is push to mute. Is push to mute toggle mute? Is that what it is? And you toggle it on and off. Is it a toggle rather than a hold? Okay, so I have to be really careful not to bump into the station when I land, or I'm just gonna blow up. It's pretty amazing. Take it easy, Roger. I wish that there was a way to turn on visualizing the gravity well of planets. I don't really have an intuition for it. I don't know if you could do a clean visualization though. That wouldn't be like really cluttered.
Yeah, it would be hard to do because the common way people do it is stretching a sheet, and so it's hard to do in 3D.
Right, you're already in 3D. I could see them doing it if it would have to be something like a toggleable option. You could maybe use color. Like a topography map. Red near the star means that's a lot of gravity. Mm-hmm. Do you wish to land?
Yep.
Request approved. Assigned to landing pad 3-1.
Yeah, I like having the yellow line at least. That's helpful. Especially now that we have the mouse widget working, B48. I guess the fact that like I'm coming at Alexandria Hub and the game gives me, it says, okay, you've got 6 seconds. And then as soon as I pass near the gravity well of the gas giant, that drops significantly. And as soon as I fly out of the gravity well, it shoots back up and I overshoot it. So having some kind of optional UI element where you can visualize that would be extremely helpful, I think. I think it can be done. I don't know the best way to deploy it, but I assume that information is like, it's not just a binary thing, like the closer you are, the more gravity. Hey, thanks for the host, Death Johnson. If I were to play one Yu-Gi-Oh game, which one would you recommend?
Scan detected.
I'm 31. Oh, I'm in the hauler. Cool, thank you.
I was asking, Sailor Dan is our other person?
Yeah. Can hear you now.
Yeah.
Sidewinder, I think, probably.
So how much should I upgrade my frameshift drive? What should I... How many layers do you think I'll need?
Landing gear deployed.
I think that's probably, people agree that the best upgrade that you can afford without going over your insurance threshold, you may as well grab it. It'll just make your life easier for jumping in general and save you fuel and other things.
Marstead. Well, ow.
Alright, yeah. I mean, I'm getting 1.3 million.
First
Being
try.
in the ship right now, like, costs 18,000, so...
Landing gear deployed.
Yeah. I mean, so the other issue is if you upgrade it too far, you might need a new power supply. A power plant.
Oh, I didn't realize that was a problem. That makes sense.
I would probably just go with the C. The C is just sort of average in all ways, and see if that gets you, and see if that keeps you under power. If it does, and you get, you know, something on the order of like 10 light years, you're probably fine.
So it sounds like the quality of the voice communication went up significantly when I like docked in a station. Is that like an intentional mechanic, or is it just a coincidence? That'd be kind of cool if that was intentional. Let's dump this guy. But shield generators, yes, sounds great. Nightmare Troubadour follows the actual card rules, and it's quite good. Cool. Yeah, well, that's exactly what I mean, B48, is that having some way to visualize the gravity well, because different planets have different gravity, would be really, really helpful. Right now, I think you kind of just have to eyeball it, which increases the skill cap for the game. But it can make it tough if you don't have that intuition, you know? What is a shield cell bank? What does that do?
They're usable items that will increase, I think, your shield hardness temporarily.
Consumable, okay. Is there no reason to have 2 shield generators? Does that not do anything?
I think you can only fit one.
Okay. Let's do a hull reinforcement for now. Still get my discovery scanner back.
Hey, I've now got a route plotted.
Cool. That was just with a mild frame shift drive upgrade, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I went from like 8 to 11 light years.
Yeah.
You might just get here before we switch to Pokemon. Let's see.
Fair enough.
Are you carrying enough fuel to make all of the jumps?
Probably not. I'll probably have to dock somewhere. I need to check the route. Is there a way I can tell that?
The jumps that you can't make will be like dotted lines instead of solid.
If it's all solid, you'll be fine.
If you have space and money, you could fit either a fuel scoop or a fuel tank in optional slot.
Yeah, I totally don't have enough fuel currently. I think I might have a fuel scoop. Let me check.
How many Yu-Gi-Oh games are there? Like, what can you sell Yu-Gi-Oh to me as a card? Like, it's unfair, but like compare it to Magic. What's different about it versus Magic? Is it more or less complex? Probably less complex, I assume.
You can trigger my draft card. That's how. Although to be fair,
Yeah,
they put that in Magic too.
You get the spicy memes, I have to admit. You get that amazing. You've seen the Hearthstone Ben Brode Yu-Gi-Oh video?
Ship released. Access
Purify
corridor
card.
is clear.
All right. I am flying with you, Marstead. Where are we headed?
We're going to the star. After we get to the star, we're going to go to the compromised nav beacon. I'm going to try to scan it, and then very well might get interdicted by like 20 dudes. Or like 2 dudes, you know, it might be not reasonable, we'll see.
All right.
Or no
Alright.
dudes.
And I am jumping. Oh, no, I'm waiting for mass lock.
Yeah, me too. Oh, I forgot my landing gear. Student driver.
You are clear to resume own navigation. Federal
Student driver.
Thank you, He10, for adding that.
Drive charging.
Oh, it looks like boosting into your Super Cruise makes it trigger faster? Or am I making that up? There you go. I am in great pain. 40 plus Yu-Gi-Oh games, wow. So is it's more of a like try to win on the first turn, like. Oh, is that it? Because in Yu-Gi-Oh they've never banned cards or done like a standard format, right? All cards are always legal, so you're constantly in this like vintage format. Where's the aimless hive? Rise in rank now put yourself one of the powers. Oh. I might want to ask Polar Brewski about whether I want to do that. Did you pledge to any of the powers, Leon?
No.
Cool. Strategy of the
That
game.
would be a good way to get shot.
Okay, that makes sense. With me needing to get Federation rep to get to Seoul, maybe doing that will get me more rep with them or something.
Yeah. I am friendly with them. I was alive for a while when I was doing a lot of pirate hunting. So.
At a cruise ship, talk about being in the top percentage of Rattatas.
Yeah, I've seen that one before.
Oh, I see. Death Johnson. So maybe it's not that they have formats, but they ban cards instead of letting them rotate out. Got a bunch of green ships flying around me. No idea what that is.
Those are security service.
Okay, cool.
Okay, I purchased a fuel scoop.
Nice. Do you know how to do that? I had to learn that in one of these streams.
I just know need to fly close to the sun. I don't know how to deploy it. Just
Pretty much. Well, you don't have to deploy. You just fly close,
Don't cross the green line.
or whatever the color of the big line is around the star.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Overshot the star. At least I didn't fly into the star. Working on it.
On the map.
Okay, so once we get close to here, let me make sure my nav or my wing beacon is turned on. It is. Okay. So we're gonna go into navigation and we're gonna find in the navigation tab compromise navigation beacon, and that's what we're gonna try to drop into here.
Yep, I have found it. I am
Ready to
0.6 light
go?
seconds away.
I am significantly more light seconds away. Or... Yeah, slingshot around the sun to go back in time. Thank you, Star Trek. I have not seen a white dwarf yet, B-48. I'm getting there now. Shit. Overshot it. You win again, Gravity.
Yep, I just saw you fly right in front of me. And I'm
Sure,
going to
yeah.
fly off after you.
And that's that, like, gravity well lack of intuition problem, right? Where my throttle looks like it's making sense, and then I get far enough away from the star that I just go whoop. Yeah, that sounds awesome, B-48. No problem for Superman. There's a pretty funny Ask Science thread or something like that that had this comic where the Flash is running around the Earth and Superman like hits him with the pie instead of racing with him. And they're like, how big of an explosion would this create? He loops around the Earth once in the space of a second and then slams into the pie. Okay, I'm dropping in now.
There are a lot of ships here.
Yeah, it's by compromise. It's a big trap, I think.
Throwing a hissy fit.
Remind me how to go on a hyperplay, or whatever it's called.
Y, and then you should start spinning up your FSD. When you jump into a system, your FSD will be on cooldown for a couple of seconds until you can start it again.
I'm now flying somewhere different. Hold on one sec, I'll tell you where. LHS 535-3 is where one of the things I have to collect is. Security won't respond if you get attacked, I see. Oh, looks like boosting does fill it up faster.
Thought was your charging get faster? Was that you moved away from a object of mass?
Okay, sure. Gotcha. And boost is getting me to do that faster.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
So, Dan, the other thing that might be inhibiting your jump is if you've got anything deployed, weapons, landing gear, or cargo scoop.
I figured it out. I think I would just unbound Y to something else more useful in combat, and I'd have to press J, which is no problem. So I just jumped.
Gotcha. Can you see the big jet from the neutron stars, B-48? It'd be fun to check them out at some point. line yourself up so it looks like a pulsar. I guess none of them are going to be spinning that fast that you can see the lighthouse effect. No millisecond pulsars.
I guess this unidentified signal source, is that what you're looking for?
It's what's going to happen is we're going to go to LHS 535-3, and then in Super Cruise we're going to fly around it, and eventually an instance is going to spawn that I'm going to drop into that might have pirates in it. It's super counterintuitive, these black box missions. It's not like the black box actually already exists somewhere around the planet. It's that once we're close enough to it, it will spawn after flying around it. It's like rolling dice every second that we're there.
Okay, just because the there's no. Oh, I guess we fly around this star in Super Cruise. I was about to say because there's if you just select a star, there's no way to drop out of it.
Right.
Drop out near a star.
Right.
Or a planet. It doesn't give me that option.
You can double tap dropout, but it does you no good. So we'll just be there until. Oh god, there's conflict zones around here. Fantastic.
Yeah. So you're just telling me to, sort of orbit the planet.
Basically, stay near me if you can, I guess. I'll let you know when it pops. Oh, that's super cool, B-48. Awesome. I really like their approach with this game of, let's start with a really, really shallow game and then add on to it over and over instead of trying to hype it up and then launch something that's a complete product. I'm worried that's what's going to happen with Star Citizen. That they're saying they're going to do a complete product and they won't ever be able to deliver on everything they say they want to do.
Oh, yeah. I am betting against Star Citizen.
Yeah, it's a bummer. I think I just got the thingy. Hold on.
I hope so, because it looks like you're heading right for that planet.
Got it. We're going to be dropping out to it now. Okay, and then once I'm in here, there should be somewhere black box in my transactions that I need to go scoop, or contacts rather. Canister black box. Touch blows, fly up to it. So we'll be starting Pokemon a little bit late today. I'll go over to make up in time. I'd like to grab this black box and cash it in, so we did something today. Some net credits.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Whew! That was freaky.
Incoming mission critical message.
Alright, so now I have to jump to Hyperion, which if you're still jumping Sailor Dan, you can remap to it. It actually is probably closer to wherever you are right now.
Hyperion.
Yeah.
I'm still a few jumps away from you guys. I'm just heading in that direction.
That's where I'll be signing off, and we'll probably stay in this
Hyperion.
area of space for indefinitely until we get the permit.
Frameshift drive charging.
You're heading to a specific station on Hyperion?
Hyperion, we're going to... Let me take a look, sorry. Once I get out of frame shift, I'll let you know. Yeah, I know, right, Ikupo? It's crazy what they're promising. I think that, the dream of the, hyper-realistic space sim that has everything landing on planets and alien races and just doing all that requires procedural generation, and I don't know how you execute it in such a way that it's fun and you don't, see the matrix code too quickly, once you play a game like this for long enough, you start to realize the patterns in the procedural generation system. Okay, this is, Rocky Planet number 878. This is Lizard Creature number 763. And, not letting the player peel back that curtain very quickly is really important, and I think it's almost impossible to do right. Forget about it till it comes out. There you go, B48. Yeah, you know, I feel like I can't really think of an example where hype enhanced my experience with a game, right? It can be fun to get hyped about something and talk about it and be excited, but like I think the best case scenario is you'll get your execution or you'll get your expectations up really high, and then it might deliver on most of those, and you'll be satisfied. But most of the time, it'll be less than what your expectations are, and you'll be disappointed. Just have no expectations, then everything's a pleasant surprise. How platform is where we're going, sorry, Leon. Yeah. I had a window in my gaming material consumption where I read everything about everything. Like, I read everything about Mass Effect 2 and 3, I think, and my experience was worse for it. Tried to, like, keep myself in the dark since then. Yeah, I suppose that's true. Expectations are maybe different from hype. If that makes sense. I'm gonna overshoot this thing. Almost used the gravity well of the planet to slow down enough. Not quite, though. Yeah, I think that's fair. B48. Yeah, except for Breath of the Wild. I am hyped for the new Zelda game. The game looks pretty sweet. And the Nintendo Switch, from what we've seen about it. A lot of potential there. Since they're saying it's going to be so trivial for them to port PC titles to the Switch, the thought of a lot of my favorite PC titles being playable on the go easily is pretty cool. Stardew Valley, I think, would be really fun on the Switch. People are excited for Rocket League. Yeah, that would suck. I'm a little worried about Breath of the Wild, since it's kind of doing the Skyrim like open world thing. I'm hoping that everything in the open world is authored content. They're probably going to arrange it so it's a launch title for the Switch, Kevin, like they did with Twilight Princess. Technically a GameCube game, ended up being a Wii launch title. I don't know if we're certain that that's going to happen, but it just seems likely.
Docking request granted.
Authored content just to separate from procedurally generated content, right? Like, the developers took the time to design this mountain and every ridge on the mountain, rather than plugging in an algorithm and having it make a mountain for them. Like, obviously they're going to do that to some extent. They can't... It would be a waste of time for them to do all of that manually, but I think there's something richer about the content that's designed with purpose. Like something you see in the Dark Souls series where every ridge is... there's purpose behind it. Yeah, that's good to hear then. Where is this going to go? Oh, it totally is the right height. I guess this wasn't close enough to it. Also, portable Dark Souls sounds great.
Landing gear deployed.
Shit. Yeah. And I like how they highlighted that in some of their walkthroughs of Breath of the Wild 2, Spiky. Notice how after you pick up the item once, it doesn't remind you what the item is over and over after that. Thank you guys. Appreciate that.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Alright, so we're going to turn in this quest really quick. I'll refuel, and then we'll take a short break and switch over to Pokemon Moon, which we'll go over by about 10 minutes on. Thanks, folks. Patience.
What's the consequences for logging out of the game outside of a station?
None. I was asking that too, if there's like rested XP or something like that, but you can just log out wherever. I guess if you have a quest that's currently active, that ticks down in real time, so you could not be able to turn it in. That's why I went to a station, so I could log off with my quest turned in at least. Before I go, let me check real quick if how much money I have. Yeah, pausing and healing from a menu seems kind of cheesy, but they've never tried to make Zelda games difficult, so... We have 372,000 credits, so we might be able to risk getting a Cobra and do like one mission next time if we can find a shipyard, but I'll make that call later.
Good luck.
Yeah. Thanks for playing, Leon. Fucking good job next week. Later, Sardian. Alright guys, we'll be back in a few minutes with Pokemon.